This video is on probability. So for the test, really what we want to know is the difference between experimental and theoretical probability, much more so than like actually being able to solve probability problems. Like there could be a probability problem, and we'll go over the most common kind as well. But really, the most common question is on experimental versus theoretical. Okay, so with experimental, that's something that has already happened, right? So, uh, like if we're playing cards, right, and I just drew two aces, that's would be in the realm of experimental probability because it's something that's already happened. If it's theoretical probability, then we're talking much more about the likelihood that something will happen. So that's much more like your traditional probability. Okay, so like for example, in our example there, right, like I drew two aces, and you have there's 52 cards in a deck, and now I know my two aces, right? So I know two of the cards, and you said what's the likelihood that the next card will be an ace, right? Because we're doing that, that would be theoretical probability, right? There would be two aces left in the deck, 50 cards left in the deck, and so my theoretical probability of drawing an ace with the next card would be 4%. Okay, so that's the difference between experimental and theoretical. Again, experimental has already happened. Theoretical is the likelihood that it will happen again. Okay, and the other type of probability question usually involves consecutive events. So, like, let's say you have a coin, right? And there's a 50% chance of heads or tails, right? And they say, what's the chance of drawing um, heads three straight times? Okay, so whenever it's consecutive events like three straight times like that, you take the probability and you just multiply them into each other, right? So in this case, what's the likelihood of heads three straight times? We just go 1/2 times 1/2, and then one more time times 1/2. And we got ones at the top. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. And a 1 in 8 chance of tossing a coin heads three straight times. And that's the kind of stuff you see in probability. Again, the experimental versus theoretical, that's the one we really want you to focus on and make sure you have that going into the test, and you'll be good to go on probability.